Dzogchen Yulgi Nupchak Sam Pema Kesa Pola Yatsen Cheki no Drupne Pema Jungne Jesutrak Kodo Kadroma Poko Geki Jesudak Druki Chingelab Jeshe Susol Guru Pema Sidio Hum benza Guru Padmasambhava Hum benza Guru Padmasambhava Hum benza Guru Padmasambhava Hum benza Guru Padmasambhava.
The Golden Rosary of Nectar. Homage to the Great Master, Padmasambhava, the one known as the Lotus Born of Udayana, is the emanation body of all the Buddhas of the three times, the great Vidyadhara of indestructible omniscience. He was invited to Tibet by the Lord and ruler Trisong Dortsen. While residing there, I, Sogyo, served him as consort and attendant. Once, when staying in the Tidro cave at Shoto, I was pointed out and recognized the meaning of the innermost, unexcelled heart essence of the great perfection. I resolved the natural state through the view as direct experience, without leaving it as an assumption. Struck with wonder, I, the Princess of Kachin, asked, "Amazing, Great Master, since all the key points of the heart essence of secret mantra are contained within the three principles of essence, nature, and capacity, do these three have any deviations or not?" The Master said, "Sogyo, it is excellent that you ask this. All the key points of the innermost heart essence are indeed contained within essence, nature, and capacity. When a person doesn't understand, there are ways of going astray. To explain this, there are 4 points. The way of straying, the sign of having gone astray, the shortcoming of this, and the effect of going astray. First, the way of straying from the essence. Generally, essence simply means the natural state of your non-dual awareness. Uncontrived and uncorrupted wakefulness. From primordial beginning until now, this wakefulness remains as an empty cognizance that is not made out of anything whatsoever. when, instead of just remaining as that, someone trains in imagining it to be emptiness, they are not free from the conceptual attitude of fixating on emptiness. Therefore, they go astray into what is called nihilistic emptiness. The sign of having gone astray is to start making statements such as, "There are no Buddhas above. There are no sentient beings below. Everything is emptiness, since it doesn't exist." The shortcoming of this way of straying is the conceptual thought, everything is emptiness. Such an attitude makes you abandon all forms of spiritual activity, such as devotion and pure perception, refuge and bodhicitta, loving kindness and compassion, and so forth. Instead, you become involved in mundane pursuits. With regard to evil, this attitude makes you wantonly engage in unvirtuous actions. Someone who acts in this way of perverting what is true will have no other place to go than Vajra hell. Having perverted the truth of what is virtuous, the effect of such demented practice is to take rebirth as someone holding the extreme view of nihilism. Having perverted the truth of cause and effect, you flounder through the ocean of suffering. Sogyal, there are many who claim to realize emptiness, but few realize the ultimate natural state. Now, about nature, there are also 4 points to going astray, of which the first, the way of straying from the nature, is as follows. The natural radiance of empty awareness that is luminously present as kayas and wisdoms has no kayas with faces and arms, no wisdoms with colours, and is not comprised of any limiting attributes. This natural radiance of emptiness simply remains as a cognizant quality that is indivisible from emptiness. Failing to recognize this cognizant emptiness as an indivisible unity is called awareness straying into dualistic perception. The sign of someone having gone astray in this way is that they phrase all Dharma terms in an extremist manner. Though taught the words describing this unity, their mind cannot grasp them. The shortcoming of straying in this way is that the conceptual attitude of regarding the perceived objects as being concrete prevents you from understanding the teachings of mind only. Through strong philosophical partisan-mindedness, you are separated from the paths and stages to omniscience or enlightenment. One who fixates on what is perceived as being solid reality is not a candidate for liberation. The effect of this way of going astray is outwardly to take rebirth in the realms of form and so forth, due to attributing solidity to manifest luminosity. Inwardly, this one-sided attitude, the failure to recognize awareness as empty cognizance, is not the cause for liberation. Sogyu, many claim to have recognized luminosity, but few train in the unity of empty cognizance. Now, concerning capacity, there are 4 points to going astray, the first of which is the way of straying from the capacity. In essence, no matter how they manifest, the various thoughts that manifest from awareness as the natural radiance of empty cognizance are never beyond being empty awareness. Failure to understand this is called straying from empty awareness. The sign of having gone astray in this way is that one's thoughts, words, and deeds become involved in the mundane pursuits of this life. The shortcoming of this type of straying is that such a conceptual attitude, in which thought occurrence doesn't dawn as dharmakaya, binds you in the web of any arising thought, thus paralyzing your spiritual practice. The predominant negative habits of your latent tendencies make you pursue nothing other than the aims of this life. caught in the shackles of dualistic doubt, you have chained yourself to hope and fear. The effect of going astray in this way is to solidify habitual tendencies because of failing to recognize the straying of thoughts. To spend one's life in distraction because of not remembering the consequences of cause and effect. And, when you die, to stray into the three realms. Many claim to be free of thoughts, but few realize the key point of how they are freed upon arising. Again, Lady Sogul asked, "Since it is meaningless not to cut through these three ways of straying, how should we transform them?" The Master replied, "Sogul, the empty essence of your awareness is not created by anyone. Without causes and conditions, it is originally present. Don't try to change or alter awareness. Let it remain exactly as it is. Thus, you will be free from straying and awaken within the state of primordial purity. In the same way, your cognizant nature is originally and spontaneously present, indivisible from emptiness. Its expression, the unconfined capacity of whatever arises, has no concrete existence. Recognize that all three aspects of awareness are a great, indivisible unity. Thus, you awaken as the indivisibility of the three kayas.
Genyulgi nupchak sam pema kesa dompola ayat sencheki no drupne pema jumne jesutrak kodo kadroma poko geki jesudak drupki Chingelab Jeshe Susol Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Benza Guru Padma 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 Siddhi Virgin Yulgi Nuchak Sam Pema Kesa Dompola Yatsen Chuki No Drupne Pema Jungde Jesutrak Kodo Kadroma Poko Keki Jesu Daktruki Chingerab Jeshe Susol Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Benza Guru Padma 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 Siddhi